What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So triple review day. This is all going to come out on Saturday. Two Mancera reviews and Canto Arsenico. This was sent to me by the folks over at So Avant-Garde. There's a link and code down in the description if you want to check it out. This is my first offering from the house. I did get to pick what I wanted to check out, and I think I picked the right option because it's totally my taste. Three versatile fragrance reviews today, with what I believe to be the most versatile option being the third review of the day, and that is Canto Arsenico. We're going to dive into this one here in just a little bit. Obviously, them sending this my way has absolutely no bearings on what I think with the fragrance. What I think, I say, and that's just how it rolls on this channel. So let's talk about it. Stay tuned. So we are definitely spraying this one. Love the way this one smells. So I like going after companies' version of Aventus. So this is kind of their Aventus. And I have to say, there's an undeniable tie-in in the opening with pineapple. There's birch, there's apple. You have the similar fruitiness, but there's this like a red berry, I think it's red currant or something like that, this red berry smell. It's a better balance of citrus and fruits than something like Aventus. Like I said, it does have that birch smoky tie-in. But where it veers off greatly, because I would say this is like 50% relatable to Aventus. This is clearly their Aventus without being Aventus, because this becomes a very cedar-heavy, woodsy fragrance. A lot of greens, moss, patchouli, green fruitiness from apple. This very green, fresh, woodsy, and smoky. Once your fruitiness settles down, you have a sweetness here from, I believe, tonka bean. There's Divana that intensifies kind of that fruity sweet smell without being so much an Aventus fruity sweetness. Like I said, you get pineapple early, but it fleets. It doesn't stay for a long time. This is a beautiful signature scent for someone. It's a certain personality. This is for the person that wants quality, wants development, familiarity, while being unique at the same time. There's a fine line to walk between being unique and familiar. And this one seems to walk that line perfectly. And we'll get into performance in a little bit, but it's the personality for somebody that wants to make a statement, but wants that statement to be discoverable and not just pronounced and in your face as soon as you walk up to somebody. This is a fragrance that'll leave room for discovery, and once it's detected, it's such a pleasing aroma to the senses. This is one of the better niche everyday fragrances I've ever smelled. This is like top 5 everyday versatility when it comes to the more expensive luxury fragrances that I've come across. I'm really digging this one. This is absolutely that personality of the assertive guy at work that's not the loudmouth at work. You follow me? Let's get into performance. So this is where I really think this is a sweet spot work fragrance, because it's every bit of an 8-hour fragrance, okay? 8 to 10 hours, I would say safer bet is in the 8 to 9 hour range as far as what I have experienced through spending time with this one. Projection is not heavy. Moderate, arm's reach type of stuff for about an hour and a half. Then it calms down to a moderate to mild sillage. It's not loud. It will lightly remind you, like for me, here and there I get nice little light little whiffs, but it's not overwhelming. Some people would consider this to be a weak fragrance because they're looking for a beast. This scent profile and performance suit one another perfectly. It's a nice harmonious flow from the opening into the heart into the dry down with the way the fragrance nuances, and it matches the performance. The strongest point is the most appealing to the masses point of the fragrance, and as it calms down, it becomes more of a personal confidence evoking type of profile where it's more about dense woods, fresh, slightly earthed, spicy greens, a little bit of smoky touch, like it's a respect commanding type of presence to the aroma. That's how it comes across with me. So I think that it gets closer to the skin and leaves room to be more discovered as you get closer to someone, or as you pass by, they get a nice light aroma of it, where it's not an aggressive in-your-face scent profile. I'm not saying this wouldn't be great as a beast, but I think the way it's composed is perfect. It really is. So across the board in all three categories, it's above average longevity and average projection and sillage. And I think that's a great thing, because not every situation, let alone every person, but not every situation warrants a monster performer. Final thoughts on Canto Arsenico. I think this is such a great option in a professional setting. This is when you've moved up into your career, you want to spend a little more to get something a bit more special, while still not being at risk of being an offensive, over assertive and aggressive profile. Nothing crazy, but you want that quality and you still want to stand out. I think that's where something like this comes into play. This is a great 8.5 out of 10 kind of fragrance. I'm a big fan of this one. When it comes to professional settings, this is one of the best I've ever come across. Really is. I put this up there in, maybe 10 greatest professional office setting fragrances of all time. Might even be in the top 5. If I was to sit back and think about it, I'm sure it could get into it would be in that top 5, because it's really, really good. I understand not everybody's looking for that, but for those of you that do appreciate that type of setting, that type of profile, I think a casual day, obviously this totally works. Anytime. You can literally wear this for anything. I just think, where is this ideal? Where does this excel? The way it smells, develops, and performs. And I think professional setting, I think business dealings, that's this kind of fragrance. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on Canto's Arsenico. Big fan of this one. I think I started with the perfect fragrance for me personally to experience the house first. I think this was a great option. So glad I got to experience this. Thank you so much, So Avant-Garde, for sending this my way. Like I said before, there's a link with the discount code down below if you want to experience this one yourself. Such a great fragrance. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have experience with the house? Any of the offerings from the house? This makes me want to explore more from Canto. This is just, I felt like I was going with a safe play to try first, and it absolutely was the right play, not just a safe play, the right play for me personally to experience with my taste, because this is totally my kind of jam right here. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Arsenico and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.